Cowboys, and I want to give a major shout out to Mike Tag. Keep bringing the hype to the Cowboys Nation. We love and appreciate it. Now, can you dig it? Let's get it.
What's up, Cowboys Nation? My mic was muted. How about that? You see, I'm coming from vacation. I'm a little rusty, but it's your boy Mike Tag here. And hope everyone has having a great Memorial Day. Hopefully a great weekend. Don't forget what Memorial Day means, man. A lot of good things, and people sacrifice their lives for the freedoms that we have. And for me to be able to talk my noise when I want to. So I got to appreciate it. But hey, what's up, Vince? What's up, everyone? Steve. And appreciate you guys checking in. We got a little change of format. Jimmy D, all kidding aside, he's not going to be able to be on the show tonight. His son got in an auto accident about an hour ago, and he's okay. Car didn't look to be too good. Looks like the damage is on his side, so hopefully he's got a good insurance because he might be in a little bit of trouble. But no, he's okay, all kidding aside. Thankfully, that's all that matters, man. Everything else can be replaced. So wishing Jimmy and his son the best. Hopefully everything is cool. But, like they say, the show must go on. And if you guys saw it, had a little, had a great weekend. Went down to the Bahamas, chilled out a little bit, had a good time, but had to watch Game 6 on the cruise. We're going to get into that a little bit. But before I forget, always want to give a shout out. Look at this beautiful hat, Cuts by Jones, our first unofficial official sponsor. You guys know how I feel about Jones, man. He's a great guy, did great piece above my head of my family. So, that's what happened. Oh, for people who just got in, Jimmy's son got in an automobile accident. He's okay. Everything is fine. But obviously he has to take care of that business. So he's not going to be with us. But you got me, and we're going to have a little pinch hitter. So we're going to get things going. I know my Heat looking like Dak in the playoffs. We got to put an end to that. So I told you guys, if you guys didn't know, I was in the Bahamas. I was on a cruise. Watched Game 6. Had to watch Game 6 in the bar on the cruise ship. And for those who didn't see, I'm just going to play this for a minute. This is inside look of the emotions that took place. So, and again, definitely glad he's okay. That's the main thing. Let's see here. Who we got? You can see that the fun, excitement, packed with the Florida cruise. So, everyone's feeling good. I want to stop one moment here. Look at that excitement. Look at the excitement on this face. You see what's happening. Jimmy hit the top. We're feeling good. Everything is great. 3 seconds left. What could possibly go wrong, right? That's what we're all thinking. So, then you get this crowd up. We won. You can hear the crowd. There's some expletives, I think, getting ready to, that was said about this other beforehand. We all think we win, but hold up a minute. They got to go to a little bit of a replay. And Celtics end up winning, stealing Game 6. Now we got to go to Boston, up 3-0. Now it's 3-3. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm very concerned. So more importantly, I got to bring in a special guest to help me get through this, because I don't understand what happened. So my man, Mikey, come on in. I'm going to slide over. You guys might know him. My son, my better half. He was the one in the picture looking so happy. What the hell happened in Game 6, man?
I don't know. I mean, point one, that dude got that layup, and Derek White.
Well,
I believe it.
How does that happen, number one? All you basketball fans, I'm no basketball expert. How does that possibly happen? 3 seconds left. The guy hits up a brick.
and we don't get the rebound, we don't swipe it out of the way. There's all they could do is tip it, if anything. How the hell does that happen?
Well, first of all, Bam boxed out to the free throw line, which I don't know what he was doing. All he had to do was sit in the paint and swipe the ball. Game was over.
I agree. I
Don't believe it.
So, more importantly, we can't look back. Just like my Cowboys, just like our Cowboys, we can't look back. We always got to look forward. So, looking forward to Game 7, tell the people, who are the guys that got to step up? Forget about Butler from Miami. Who's got to step up and make things happen? Get up in the camera. Let everybody see your face so they can talk
First
to
of
you.
all, Duncan Robinson needs to step up. He can't miss those 2 open threes. Because, I mean, if he hits those 2 threes, it's game.
Well, and that's why I talk to the camera. You don't need to look at my beautiful face. You got to look at the beautiful people. We're educating this boy. So, Robinson. How does he not? If you guys watch this game, how did he miss that shot? He was making popcorn. He did a dribble warm up, and then laid a brick. And he laid a brick. So we've got to get Robinson and Strus. They're the keys to victory.
They're the keys to victory. Yes.
So I ask you guys. I want to know your guys' opinion right now. Miami up 3-0. Boston comes back 3-0. Is a loser of this game considered a choke? Miami because they choked away 4 games after being up 3-0, or Boston coming back 3-0 and then blowing it in Game 7 while they're at home? Is this like the losers, the choke artists of the playoffs? What's your guys' opinion? Miami wins. We got some confident Miami play. We want Miami to win, of course. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little nervous. But one thing that this kid, my firstborn, the one that I've taken all the Cowboy game, the one one day is going to have this empire in here called the Cowboys Cave, tells me, hey, Pops, you're a jinx. We've lost 2 games that I sat and watched with you. Now I'm leaving the house. I'm going back to where it started. I'm going to my friend's house where I watched us win games. Yes. I can't hate the kid. I can't hate you for that. You got it. It's all about winning. So I'm stuck home watching the game all by myself. Well, with my wife. Hopefully Eva. Maybe Eva will watch it. I don't know if she will, but she may be making another a video for her YouTube channel. I don't know what she does these days, but I'm going to be watching the game. So we will see what happens. Miami's about to choke like the bunny rabbit. So again, I want to know, if Miami wins, do you guys consider Boston to be the choke artist for blowing Game 7, winning 3 in a row, and then losing? So that's what I really want to see, how the media is going to, because you got Tatum and you got Butler. Now, let's keep it real. Boston, they were the 2 seed, right?
2 seed.
They were supposed to come in here and handle Miami. They didn't. Miami gets hot late in the season. Miami makes this playoff run. Miami's up 3-0. How could something go wrong? What started out as a joke has turned out to be a disaster. We all were partying. My man Mark was sending me a hat. He wanted me to get fitted. Tell me what size you want, what style you want. I said, just wait until it's official. I don't want to get something sent. Thank God I didn't. I'd be sending it back with a receipt so he can get a refund, because then I got to buy him a hat. Yeah. So more importantly, with the Heat, I don't know. I just got this feeling they're going to pull it out. I mean, what's your honest opinion?
They pull it out.
You think they're going to pull it out?
I think they're going to pull it out.
You confident that they're going to win this game?
Today they're going to win in Boston.
All right. Well, we're gonna take that as confidence, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. Your boy's a little concerned. I'm a little worried.
3-0 lead.
3-0 lead. How does that possibly happen? How does that possibly happen? More importantly, we're going to talk. I told you guys I'm a little rusty. I got to find my other thing where is it at so I can get this thing right. There we go. More importantly, we got to talk some Cowboys.
Yes, we did.
So we talked about the Heat. Little disappointed. We're going to talk about the Stanley Cup. Dallas is making a little bit of a run, but NHL is last. When Jimmy's not here, I shouldn't even be talking about it. I'll be honest with you. Jimmy ain't on the show. I could care less about some NHL, but I do love what's going on with the Dallas Stars, and I'm hoping they can make it happen. So let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, Miami loses. That's the worst choke. But what if Miami wins? Is that a choke for Boston? Or are they just happy that they came back? But let's see. Heat fans are confident. Reality will sit in when the buzzer sounds. hey man, we got to be confident. It's like I was telling Ian Beckles. He's sitting there, making fun of me, saying, "You always say it's oh, you Cowboy fans say every year is your year." What the hell are you supposed to say? You're supposed to say we stink,
we lose,
we stink. Why when we playing? So we got to be confident. I'm going to be confident in Miami, but I'm going to be a realist. Little concerned of what I saw. Not, and you could throw some shade on some different things, but Butler and Bam until the fourth quarter with Butler, but I mean, they were like 7 of 35 for field goal percentage. Miami was. I mean, that just don't get it done in the paint. So they have got to get better. But I'm confident with it. But let's talk about the Cowboys a little bit, and we're going to tie in some news with DHop getting cut by the Cardinals. You're talking $22 million cap hit. They just go ahead and say, yeah, let's get rid of him. We don't need him. Where's he going to land? Now, the Bills and Chiefs, I've been reading, are kind of like your odds-on favorites. Dolphins have been mentioned.
No.
Ravens have been mentioned.
I think he's going to Baltimore.
You think he's going to Baltimore?
With Odell. Flowers.
Okay. Cowboys, my man Kelly K9, if you heard what he had to say, I'm not going to even repeat his tweet because I'll screw it up. It had something to do with taking about 10 shots. And I agree with his analogy. Maybe we don't, you've got CD, you've got Cooks, you got Gallup. I mean, do you have a spot for DHop? Could that mess up some of the chemistry? But hey, man, if he wants to sign to a good friendly deal, I guess you're not gonna kick him out of bed, are you?
No, I won't complain, but I don't think we need him.
No, I think Detroit's point. I don't think we need him. I don't think we need him. It looks like Ultra thinks he's going to be going to Buffalo. I think Buffalo. I think Kansas City. I think Kansas City might be a spot. You know, like Kansas City because the receiving cores
could be a spot. Yeah,
they're so.
It seems like they have a lot of confidence in Tony, though.
No, they do, but I mean DHop. I mean, I think that's a piece, and he wants to win, so it limits you to what? Philly, San Francisco, Dallas, Buffalo, Baltimore. Baltimore, you think can win with Lamar Jackson? I don't know. He quit on his team. He quit on his team. So we'll see. And let's see what's it. He if he comes over, good. Yeah, I agree. I'm not mad if he comes over, but it's like T.O. I don't know if you guys remember when we got T.O. When we got T.O., I hated T.O. Didn't like him in Philly. Hated him in San Francisco. But man, when he came over to Dallas, I was the first one in line to get my T.O. jersey. Got all excited. I mean, he brought it. I was his biggest fan. So if you're a Cowboy and you put on the star, you're gonna. We're gonna support you. That's just the way it is. But I'll be surprised. I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But Gallup, from all signs, again, it's OTAs, it's voluntary. You're not hitting, you're not doing any of that. But everything they're saying are positive things about Gallup, how he looks, getting him more involved in the offense. Schottenheimer talked about getting him involved more areas. And I think, those are good things that you're hearing, right? Yes. If you're hearing that, that's a good sign that maybe he's back. And you're talking Cook, CD, and you got Gallup. That's a pretty good three-headed monster. Mix in the tight ends that we have with Schoonmaker being the rookie, Ferguson and Hendershot. We've got some weapons. Throw in little Deuce Vaughn.
I love Deuce Vaughn.
Do you like Deuce Vaughn? Now, Ultra doesn't like Deuce Vaughn. Ultra says he needs a booster seat and all this other stuff on the team bus. I don't necessarily agree with it. I think Deuce Vaughn
was a dog at Kansas State.
I'm telling you. The man played big time football and made big time plays. Yes. That's what I'm expecting to see from him. I think, I don't want to say it was a steal of the draft, but I think it's going to be, when you're looking back at this season, when the season's over, you're going to be looking at those rookies. I think he's going to be one of those guys that, man, he was he may not have the best numbers. Like I said, he may not, Schoonmaker may have more catches, or probably more catches and yards and all that stuff. Mozzie will probably hopefully have a big impact on the defense. But I think you're going to look back at Deuce and you say, man, we got him in the 6th round, and he just made that 1 or 2 plays a game. Yes. Those game-changing plays. Big plays. And I think that's going to be good. So yeah, all systems a go with Gallup. That is definitely going to help with this offense and getting it going. So
don't sleep on Tolbert now.
Now, don't that you got to be careful when you're talking about Tolbert on this channel because there's a guy on here that absolutely does not like Tolbert.
I will say Tolbert is training with CeeDee Lamb. He's training with his guy that he trains with, so I like to see that.
No, absolutely. So I think Tolbert. I don't know. I've always been a Tolbert fan.
Be number 4.
A 4. I mean, if you can get Tolbert to play the way he did and what his potential is, and you got him as your 4th receiver.
4th receiver, I think he's going to be.
That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. I don't know about you guys, so I'm excited to see this offense. I know Kelly and I talked about it a lot on Thursday. We talked about this offense and how we feel. Can this offense get to the next level? And I think Schoonmaker, I agree with you. I think he's going to be a weapon. If he can be what Schultz was, minus
the ball
handling and giving up on some plays here and there because he was a little afraid of contact. If he can be everything Schultz is, but better on the blocking and better at more physical, I'll just say, how about that? Not be so finesse. I think he's gonna be again a huge weapon for the Cowboys. Yes. Dak loves his tight ends. He loves the tight ends. Not literally. He loves his tight ends on the football field. And, he's always relied on them. That's always been his safety. But look at this. Look what Ultra said about our Jalen Tolbert. The Dalai Lama, I don't believe it. I'm just going to go on record.
He's a Jalen Tolbert hater.
He doesn't like Jalen Tolbert. But he's been consistent. Why. The thing you got to say about Ultra, he's been consistent with the hate. He's been consistent with the hate. You got to respect that. Now, if Tolbert ends up balling out, you know what's going to happen. Did Mark, you jump in just late? You jump in late, Mark? Because I gave you props. If you missed it, gave you some props. So I don't know if you jumped in late. I'm not replaying it. You're going to have to go back and watch it. But I gave you your props, but it's not. Yeah, we're not watching that again. If you want to watch that, you can go on YouTube or something like that.
I know how mad I was.
Here the guy flew another way there. We got to die. Who is that? Is that a spelling error, or am I missing somebody? Help me out with that one.
Kruper?
Yeah, who is that?
Who's Kruper?
I don't know. Well, you missed it, Mark, and I gave you some respect. I gave you some love. I replayed the video of us on the cruise celebrating that victory to only get our hearts ripped out. When I told you that would happen to you, it ended up happening to me. So I'm not going to say anything about this game because right now I've got to have that mentality, reverse psychology. We're not going to win the game. We can't stand a chance. Boston's going to kill us. Let's see what happens. Is that the rookie we drafted? Is that the rookie we drafted in the 7th round?
It was that dude from
I don't know.
NC State. Oh, not NC State. Who was it?
Yeah, I'm not.
Was it NC State?
Kruper something. I don't know. Someone else could help me. I don't know all these some of these players that got in. The mind can only go so far in the depth chart.
He was undrafted.
Yeah, we'll see.
I heard about him.
Well, if an undrafted guy beats out Tolbert, then I'm really going to be okay. Then I'm really going to.
Tolbert looks big though.
No, he's getting ready, man. He is getting ready. He's getting ready. So, and what do you guys think about Turpin? I mean, that's something Kelly and I didn't get a lot of chance to talk about with the Cowboys, but now you've got this rule change where they can fair catch it. It goes to the 25. Mm-hmm. So you're pretty much trying to eliminate. You're trying to eliminate the kickoff. They say it's safety of the players. And you go back and listen to Ian Beckles about what he really thinks the NFL thinks about player safety. He says he called it a lot of things, but I'll just let you listen to him and what he said. But do you think it changes it? Do you think that'll
No.
Turpin has come out and said, hey, I'm not fair catching nothing, so it really don't matter. Now, I don't know about you guys. I think I hope he's just saying that. And I hope that's not real because I'm not hating on fair catches. You get the ball at the 25. I mean, if they do something and he catches it at the 1 yard line and then he gets absolutely destroyed at the 10 or 15.
Now if he fair catches it outside the end zone,
it's a 25. Yeah.
Oh.
You could fair catch it anywhere on a kickoff. And you get the ball at the 25. So it's player safety. It's player safety. No, I agree. You better fair catch that. Ended up getting killed. No, but I mean, he's a dynamic player. But they're I understand they're trying to do player safety. I think he's got to be smart with it. Not, like I said before, the thing that drives me insane as a fan, and I get it because when those guys make the big play, we're all screaming and yelling. But when there's a holding call or when there's this, and then now you're getting the ball instead of the 25, you're going to get it at the inside the 10-yard line or inside the 15. I mean, that makes it just not excited, it just makes it harder. It makes it harder to go down to the field and score touchdowns. So I think I think it's one of those things where the players just got to kind of figure it out and they will learn from it and they'll see what's best. And I'm sure the special teams coaches will set up blocking schemes and assignments to kind of combat that. There's always a yin and a yang. Every time there's a rule change, they got to adjust to it, figure it out, and then they work around it. And then the next thing you know, the NFL figures out something else to do. But
another rule change.
No, well, and to call it player safety. I mean, it's player safety. We can go a million miles about it, but playing on Thursdays, doing all this other crap that they do, and they're worried about player safety. I don't know. Let's see. We need Deuce and Turpin both on kickoffs and punt returns. That could be something if you had them both because of the whole fair catch thing. Maybe you start doing some creative plays back there to change it up. But I mean, it's going to. What happens at wide receiver? Because you got to remember, Turpin is going to take a wide receiver spot, and if Turpin if Deuce, let's say Deuce is your third running back, or
I think he'll be.
Then special teams is value. And I don't know if Deuce is your backup, which I don't think he's going to be their true backup. I wouldn't want him. I hated when Pollard was on special teams and he was the backup running back or split.
I wouldn't put Deuce on kickoff.
No, he's done some good jobs back there. So
yeah, but I mean, why use Turpin? Just on kickoffs.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I guess. But.
No, and again, gave him the ball to 50. I love Turpin taking risks. I agree, but I just think sometimes the risk can hurt. And I just think it's got to be, it's just one of those things. Like I said, I'm a fan of, you love it, but Ultra, I know you're the fan when they take it out at 6 yards deep or 5 yards deep and get blasted at the 10-yard line. I guarantee you're bitching and moaning. Why didn't you just down it? Why didn't you just fair catch it? Why didn't you do this? Or if they take it out and they get to the 15, they get a holding call and they're back inside the 5. Why did it? That's all I'm saying. I just think it's a no-win situation, or it's a win situation for the kick return if he does well. But if he does bad, if something bad happens, and just you see so many bad things happen, so many holding calls, so many things happen on kickoffs. It's drive killers. It's just like a holding penalty on offense is a drive killer. That's the unfortunate part of it. But Turpin and Deuce lining up in the slot. That's they in OTAs they had Deuce lining up, took a 45-yard pass. So I mean they're going to be using Deuce.
Deuce, I'm telling you, Deuce is like Darren Sproles.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He's quick. I wouldn't mind seeing Deuce as a kickoff. Like I think Turpin's a better punt return and kickoff return personally. Yeah, no, definitely. I think. He is. So it's gonna be fun to see. Ty, what is this? Ty. I don't think he's on the team. Yeah, I don't think Ty is gonna be around. Unfortunately, I like them. I just don't think. I love taking risks. Yeah, I'm not a huge risk taker. I like risk in situations, but I want to win, and I don't know. I just gotta. I take more of a conservative approach on kickoffs because nine times out of 10 they end up getting blasted. I can see them pricing on the 6th. Can't wait. Oh, you're going on the 6th. That's not training camp. That's in OTAs? I think Deuce would need to get our screen games back. We used to be a great screen team. Absolutely. I hated when they didn't do screens with Zeke. No, I know. That's a good point. I think they need to get more of that. They need to get more of that going. But more importantly, the season is getting closer. You're getting closer. Oh, do they have practices open at the Star to fans during OTAs and stuff? Or am I missing something? I am. I want to know why I haven't been invited. More importantly, being a season ticket holder, doing all this stuff for Cowboys, they should be inviting me to the sidelines on some of these practices so I can give my opinions. But that being said,
No, that'd be cool. I haven't been to training camp. I've never been to training camp in Oxnard. I wish it was closer because a cross country journey is just not something you want to. At least I don't want to take.
No.
But I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think it'd be cool. I went to the Buccaneers one years and years ago, and that was a good time. But they don't do a lot of hitting now, so I don't know how much fun it is because most of them they're just sitting in shorts and a helmet. Maybe they got shells on or something like that, but not really doing a whole lot. So I don't know if it's as fun. Any of you guys have been back in the day to now? Is it a big difference, or is it good? Is it worth going to? Definitely, if you're listening, chime in and let me know. But that's something I just haven't done, but it's on the bucket list. We're in Winnebago. I'm all down for that. I just not driving. Talked about it today. You see those big old RVs. I've never driven one. I don't know if I could drive one. I'd love to have one to go to tailgates with. So if one of you guys have one of those, let's have a tailgate party, and I'll chip in. I mean, I'll pay for parking and get some drinks and stuff. I need a place to hang out. Just hang out there for the weekend. That'd be a lot of fun.
I would do go to a training camp when they play like a team.
Yeah, if they do like a scrimmage.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to do.
That would make it. Blast went Tuesday. All right, well there we go. Well, that's a good time. It's so packed though, isn't it? It's got to be so packed with the Cowboys, and I hate crowds. I know I'm a complainer. Let's see, and I go to the game, so I guess that makes it kind of stupid. But when it comes to that kind of stuff, I don't like big crowds. Let's see. Go under the tour. Definitely do the tour of the Star. That's awesome. Get the VIP. I can get the VIP with I have my Cowboys credit card, no plug, but that's how I get a lot of my on-field stuff and things like that. If you guys don't have a Cowboys credit card, it's a good way to get points, but you got to be disciplined with the credit cards. You don't want to be racking up all them bills and then you end up having to pay that. So, but no, let's seriously. You heard, I was looking on ESPN, with again, on First Take, must be a slow Memorial Day. And again, they talk about Dak.
Always.
Is Dak, is this a make or break year for Dak Prescott? So you look at his cap number and all of this stuff that goes with it. They're saying they're going to have to extend him. So if he doesn't perform in the playoffs or doesn't get this team to the Super Bowl, do they just cut him loose? And my thing is, it's a tough call.
It'd be a tough call.
Because what do you have? So if you get rid of Dak, where are you going to go to?
We're gonna be like the Broncos.
I mean, well, could you can you get rid of him, take the hit, and then go get a veteran? Are you better off?
No.
I still believe Dak has the skills to get this team to the Super Bowl. So
it's definitely a make it year because with the receivers he has, there's no excuse now.
Yeah, no excuse.
At least make it to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want. This ain't a Philly. We didn't make it. We need to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear about if we make it to the championship game. And if I see someone tweet if we make it to the championship game, quit talking about us till we made it to the championship game. We need to win the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl or bust. With this team, it's Super Bowl or bust. Look at the division, the conference that the Cowboys are in. It's favorable to get to the Super Bowl. You're looking at San Francisco that's been a thorn on our side. They've been a thorn on our side, but I don't believe in their quarterback. I think they're going to take a step back. I think you may see another team in that way, maybe Seattle, maybe they'll take a step up. I don't think that'll happen, but I think San Francisco is going to take a step back of their dominance. Then you got Philly. Philly's a wild card, but we dropped 40 on them. We dropped 40 on that defense that they said was so great. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. Our defense is better. Their offense is good, but our defense is better. So they didn't really drop a whole lot of points. When with Jalen Hurts in that game, we turned the ball over, three interceptions or something like that, and then we had a fumble, something like something. So I didn't see any of that. I don't see the dominance of their offense against our defense. So if I'm being truthful, I think we beat them twice. I'll be generous and say maybe we split, but I think we're better than them. So there's really no excuse for us not to get the Super Bowl, barring a catastrophic injury. This team is set up well. The schedule's going to be a little tight, but
near the end.
Near the end, but Philly's got to play the same team, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I think things are setting up very well for the Cowboys, and it's got to be no excuse. 49ers good. Well, their defense is good, but I think their offense is their defense is good, but I think their offense is taking a step back. I think it is.
They have too much quarterbacks.
The quarterback, Trey Lance, and you got Purdy. You don't know what the team is still going to be driven to get to that next level by quarterback,
Plus
and that's
Purdy,
it.
What do you have, Tommy John?
Yeah, so you don't even know when he's going to come back. So I think the quarterback is a problem, and if your quarterback's a problem, then I can't worry about you. I really can't. I mean, they should have. Purdy was lightning in a bottle. He didn't make mistakes, and that's what he did well. I don't think that happens again. And I think that, we can make our jokes, because we'll make our jokes about Philly and getting an easy pass to San Francisco. Philly wasn't losing that game to San Francisco. They weren't losing to them, because San Francisco's quarterback was not playing well, and he wasn't going to lead them to a Super Bowl. No way in hell that was going to happen. So I think they take a step back. We'll see what happens. Proof's in the pudding. We play them on my birthday in San Francisco to get the monkey off our back, slap them around, and finally put an end to that BS that we got in San Francisco. And then, of course, you and I will be there Sunday night for the Cowboys.
For the Phillies game.
Eagles. Doesn't matter. I got to find a new person to go with. They don't even know the hell we're playing. So I know the Eagles. I'm just teasing with you. I think we're better than the Eagles. So we'll see. We'll see. And let's see. So if Dak doesn't win at all, you thinking his job is on the line? Don't kill me. Just a question. No, I think it's hard. This is that question that we're all Cowboy fans, and it's that $1 million question: how long do you keep going? You win it in the regular season. He's proven it. 12 wins, 13 wins, 11. Whatever it's been. His winning percentage in the regular season is fine. The playoffs. Take out the San Francisco games, which you can't take out. He was going in, take those out. He was 2-2. The 2 games he lost a better team, right? 3rd 19 crap. That wasn't his fault. The Rams ran all over us. And then he lost 2 to San Francisco, which San Francisco.
I say both on him.
Both on him. No, 100%. No, you can't sugarcoat it. Both on him. So if we go down that path again, and we're a 10-win, 11-win, 12-win team, win the division, whatever it is, and we get to the divisional round, we got a home game, and we lose because of his play, that's going to be a question that's going to be hard to answer, because you can get rid of him, but what do you got? So you can go ahead and say, hey, we'll get rid of him. We'll draft a guy. We'll go through the rough times, maybe carry our defense, maybe try and build a good enough defense to where you can be the Ravens or be the Buccaneers, be the 49ers, where you can try to hang your hat on your defense. The 49ers didn't really win a Super Bowl, so I'm not going to throw them in the mix. But the Ravens, the Buccaneers, they won Super Bowl solely, on their defense. Brad Johnson did a great job managing it. He's a managing quarterback. Trent Dilfer did a great job managing. Brad Johnson did a better job than Dilfer. They were winning games 3-0, 6-3, this and that. Their defense was so good. So, and they're going to have to make that decision because you're going to have to pay Dak again, and that's a big number. It's going to be a big number, but I don't believe so much in the cap anymore. I think it's all fictitious. But I just think the mindset, the mentality of the team, if you go through it again and you get the same results, at what point do you say, man, maybe we got to
can't keep losing. I can't keep watching Dallas lose to the same teams.
No, we got to go further in the postseason. It's good, but if he plays well, Dak goes out there and plays like he did against Tampa Bay, and we lose the game. What are you going to do? The loss is going to go on him, but it's all, to me, it's really how he performs. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Dak. I think there's a lot of pressure on Dak this year. The team is built. You've got the receivers. The line is solid. There's some depth concerns, but you got to feel it'll be all right. They've got the tight ends. They invested in, more players for more weapons on offense. You got Deuce, you got Pollard coming back. So they've got a lot of things. So you've got to expect that there should be no excuses
excuses.
for Dallas not to get far and for Dak not to play well. Now, a lot of people will go back to, oh, he's a turnover. That was last season. That was really the only
Half of
time.
it wasn't even his fault.
Well, we're not going to go through that. We won't go down. We've been down that rabbit hole a few times, but let's say they were. That's not been his makeup. He's always been, turnovers have never been his problem.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt there. So that's just going to, we're just going to have to see what happens. But it's real easy to say, get rid of Dak. Well, who do you got? So that's where the fan base just has to understand. If they cut Dak, you may potentially have some tough times unless, again, they put everything in their defense. Now, if the Dallas defense carries the team to the Super Bowl and wins, and Dak plays subpar in the playoffs, I'm not paying him. Well, now you got a lot of ifs and buts, and if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, and it'd be Christmas. They always Warren Sapp always used to say, I don't know. I mean, I'd still pay him. I mean, if Dallas wins the Super Bowl, unless he plays, when you're saying subpar, I'm talking about trash. If he plays the way he did last year, I wouldn't have any issues if they won the Super Bowl. I'd pay him because I think you need, if you don't have a top 10 quarterback in this league, you're not winning.
Mm-hmm.
You're not winning. I mean, again, back in the day with the Ravens and the Bucks, that was the case. But I mean, go through the Super Bowls teams that have won Super Bowls. The last one, maybe Nick Foles, but Nick Foles got hot.
Yeah.
I mean, he got hot at the right time. At the right time. Now you could pray for that and hope you get a quarterback that gets hot in the playoffs. But I mean, that's just a lot. That's a lot to ask for. So it's just going to be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, Flacco. He was the other one. Flacco with the Ravens. Yeah, Yeah. Oh, you're talking about paying Dak the Flacco money.
No.
Yeah, I just, again, the quarterbacks are going to get paid. Now we can all get pissed off about it. Quarterbacks are going to get paid. Where's Dak ranked as a paid quarterback now? I mean, he's out of the top 5. He's probably somewhere between 5 and 10.
I say like 10.
Allen's going to get paid. Lamar just got paid, right? Burrow's going to get
Hurts
paid.
got big paid.
Herbert's going to get paid. Hurts got paid. It's all who's up next. I mean, that's just the way it is. Trevor Lawrence is going to get paid. I mean, you got all these guys that are going to get paid. So I just can't even look at the quarterback salary and I just can't let it worry me. I don't worry about what guys make anyway, but it's never been a cap thing for anyone. I mean, Philly just signed Hurts to that big deal.
Big deal.
And they still got all their high priced players. I mean, these teams continue to do it. So I'm not doing it. We have not won with Dak. No, I mean, that is pretty much where we're at. And any Cowboy fan has to, it's Romo 2.0 right now. That's why I get so upset when people compare Dak or Romo to Aikman or Staubach. It's like, dude, let's be real. Romo is probably the most talented quarterback the Cowboys ever had. Talent-wise. Most talented quarterback the Cowboys have ever had.
If he had that defense,
No.
No?
He's had defense. 2007, you might not have been born yet. 2007, he had unbelievable defense. They had an unbelievable defense. The guy couldn't win in the playoffs. That's just reality. Don't hate me for it. It's just he couldn't get it done in the playoffs. For whatever reason, it just didn't happen. Dak is kind of going along that same lines. Now, I'll say what Dak is, he's got time to fix it. All it takes is one. All it takes is one run. Mm-hmm. I mean, Stafford couldn't get it done. He goes to LA, all of a sudden he wins the Super Bowl, and they anoint him as a top 3 quarterback or whatever it was going into the season. All it takes is one run. Jalen Hurts, he got blown out in his first playoff game, gets a run, beats the Giants, let's just be real, beats the 49ers, which they didn't have any of their quarterbacks.
McCaffrey has a quarterback at one point.
So those are his 2 wins, right? Those are his 2 wins. So he's 2-2. Isn't he 2-2? Or am I wrong? Someone help me out if I'm wrong. But I think he's 2-2 in the playoffs.
2-1.
No, he lost to Tampa. And lost to Kansas City. He lost to Tampa as rookie the 1 year, and he went 2-1 this year. Yeah. So he's 2-2. So that's just the way it is. But he's looked differently because he won those games, and that changes it. I mean, it doesn't matter who you play.
You just gotta, you get those wins. That's what people remember. They overpaid for Hurts. They probably did, but that's the market. I mean, again, with the quarterbacks, I've never seen quarterbacks, your top ones. Now, Daniel Jones, I don't even know what he signed for, if he moved ahead of Dak or whatever, but it's usually next man up. Trevor Lawrence is not going to get paid less than the top guy when he signs. Josh Allen's not getting paid less than the top guy when he signs. That's the way they do it. It's just the way it works. So, Philly could have held out and waited another year and banked on it, and it would have went higher. But they went ahead and did it. So, let's see. We got us the only quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl being drafted after the third round has been TB12 and Kurt Warner. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's not fair because Tom Brady won like 8 of those or something like that. So
what round was Nick Foles?
Yeah, what was Nick Foles? I don't think Nick Foles was it. I don't know if he was third or whatever. But that's cherry picking. So Dak was in the 4th round, but what, a quarterback was in the 3rd round and won it? I mean, how many first rounders won the Super Bowl? Start with that. That's fair. When you get to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, that doesn't really matter. I mean, that's just, yeah. I mean, it's just like what Madden used to say when Emmitt Smith carried the ball 20, when they used to have a stat, when Emmitt Smith carried the ball 25 times a game, the Cowboys had 1 loss. Well, they carried the ball 25 times because they were winning and they were grinding out the game. Madden said, if that stat was so great, why did they just give the ball to Emmitt Smith 25 times in the first quarter and you can win the game? It don't work that way. I mean, stats can be, you can cherry pick and manipulate any kind of stat that what you want. So I don't really worry about that at all. Yeah. Oh, he's 3rd rounder. Say very strategic. 3rd rounder Nick Foles was. That makes a big difference. So anyway, Dak has proven to be a good quarterback. Not a great quarterback. I'm not going to give him the great thing until he wins a Super Bowl. He's a solid quarterback. He's top 10. Like I said, he's not 1. He's not 2. He's probably 10. Not 3. I would put him 4 to 8. You can mix and match any quarterback, that you guys want.
Him at 8.
You 9, put him at 8? Yeah,
8 or 9.
You don't like him.
What do you mean?
You don't like it. Who's ahead of him? Do you have Herbert ahead of him?
Yes.
Okay. Here's a guy. This is what I argue about. This guy is Herbert ahead of Dak. Why do you have Herbert ahead of Dak? Let's talk about it.
He's a great quarterback.
What's so great about him?
The way he throws the ball is very.
He throws a nice ball. Yeah, you didn't. Jerry Jones talked about who was the guy that we had? Brandon Whedon throws the prettiest football we had. Justin Herbert, 1st round talent. Maybe he's going to be. Maybe he's going to be a good quarterback. Didn't he lose the playoffs? And
he did choke.
Okay, so he's ahead of. So you got him ahead of Dak.
I got Mahomes.
Mahomes, go ahead. Burrow. Go ahead. 3 to 8. You can mix and match. Hurts? Is Hurts better than him? Come on, this is live. We don't have time to think. We got time to speak. No. Okay, so you got him, so who's ahead of him? Allen? You got Allen ahead of him?
I got Allen.
All right, that's 3. You got Lawrence ahead of him?
Yes.
Okay, that's 4. Who else? You got Russell Wilson ahead of him?
No, absolutely not. I'll take
I agree, Mark. I agree. All right, so who else do you have ahead of him? You've named 4 quarterbacks.
Okay.
You said he's 8, so there's got to be 4 other guys. 2 is ahead of him?
No.
Okay.
No.
Who else? David Carr's ahead of him?
No.
Right.
David Carr?
Whatever. Derek Carr, whoever the hell he is. Either one of them. One of those cars. Who else is ahead of him? Nobody, dude.
It's hard to make.
This is what I'm saying. This is my prime example. This is what we're dealing with. This is YouTube world. This is stat world. This is all the listens to ESPN and all this stuff. They've been soaking in that brain and been brainwashing this kid. Pretty soon he's not gonna be a Cowboys fan. He's gonna be breaking my heart. But no, that's what I'm saying is this is the prime examples I'm saying. Everyone hates on Dak and says it sounds good. It sounds good. Now
you can't hate on Herbert. Herbert's a good quarterback.
I think Herbert's a good quarterback, but he hasn't won, so I can't put him ahead of Dak. He's made the playoffs 1 year. He's been in the league how many years now? 4 years? 3 years? How many years has he been there?
What? They paid him, didn't he?
No, he hadn't gotten paid yet.
What,
I don't
was
even know
he,
what he.
2020.
I forgot.
He was Burrows in Tua's class.
I will say
For 4
Trevor
years.
Lawrence. That's I mean, here's what I would tell you, and I'm just going to be honest with you. If you had the draft lineup and you said, "Hey, Mike, right now, who do you want on your team? You can take Trevor Lawrence or Dak." Don't kill me, but I'd probably take Trevor Lawrence. I'm just being honest.
Oh yeah, Rodgers.
All right, Rodgers today.
Today,
you're taking over Dak today.
Rodgers is
Okay.
proven.
Okay, today.
Yes, today.
Well, we'll say that.
Put Rodgers with our receiving core. Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. So this is what we got. So you got Lamar better than
Mahomes,
him? The
Burrow,
quitter?
Allen.
All right. You got the quitter better than him?
I didn't sit.
I'm just asking. I'm just throwing these guys out. You got the quitter?
What quitter? I don't
Lamar
know.
Jackson, the guy who quit on his team?
What
Did he not
quitter?
quit? Am I?
He was hurt.
He had an injury. This is again.
He was hurt.
Again. Rest
But
my
no,
case.
Dak.
What?
Dak is better than Lamar. Dak is better than Lamar.
All I'm going to say is all of us better live a long time because we got to fix this problem. Lamar
What?
quit. Lamar quit on his team, and his backup quarterback ended up winning
Now,
just
I'm
as
not
many
taking-
games.
I'm
Are you
taking
taking?
Dak over
You're
Stafford.
gonna take Ultra is just the ultimate. You're gonna take Stafford over him? No. Rodgers. All right, I'll give you Rodgers.
Rodgers.
All right, I'll give you Rodgers. Lawrence.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you Lawrence. Hurts.
That's a toss up.
Okay. Allen.
Yes.
All right, so
Burrow,
1,
yes.
2,
Mahomes,
3.
Definitely.
4. So you're saying Dak is
6.
6 or 7?
6 or 7.
Bullshit. Oh man. See, this is what happens, man. Now
What
you
do
guys
you
understand.
mean?
Appreciate what I do. I am trying to educate this younger
Oh.
generation. I'm trying to get him in the right frame of mind. And
I'm not like
he's
that.
judging.
I'm confident. I hope that proves me wrong.
He's telling me because the Madden ratings have Dak ranked here.
Madden
That's
ratings.
why, that's what the hell's going on around
So
here.
you're saying Dak is better than Rodgers?
Bryce Young will surpass Dak. Hey,
a
here's
couple
here's
years.
what I'll say. I'll say about that Ultra, and I know if you're the same Ultra that I think I'm remembering, you're in Puerto Rico. If that happens, I go to Puerto Rico. I dinner wherever you want, and when it doesn't happen, you're taking your boy out to dinner wherever the hell I want.
Clip
But
it.
I'll let you pick because
Clip
you
it.
know the place. Mark the tape because
Clip
that
it.
ain't happening. I don't think Bryce Young will be in the league in 3 years. I think
Wow.
so,
Whoa.
yeah, I agree with you, Mark. Thank you.
Whoa.
But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I put that challenge out to my man Malik. He didn't comment when he was talking about Daniel Jones and Purdy being better than Dak Prescott. I made a challenge. If Purdy's better than Dak, I'll take him to the finest steakhouse in Tampa Bay. My treat. If it don't happen, he owes me. He didn't say a word because he knows in his heart that ain't true.
Not
so
true.
anyway,
And they paid him a lot of money.
and Herbert hasn't won anything. That's what I'm
Neither
trying to
has
say.
Dak, though.
Dak won 2 playoff games.
And what are those playoff games lead to?
What did Herbert lead to?
A loss.
He
But
went
I'm
to
saying
one.
that-
He had 1 playoff win. Not even. I mean, 1 playoff game.
We
He got
can't even make it
and he
past
was
the
and he was
divisional
beating the guy.
We
He was
can't
beating
make it
Lawrence,
past
and
the
it,
divisional round. Sadly.
he can't make it past the wild card round.
Very, I guess. True.
Let's see. Yeah, Bryce Young. I don't think. Yeah, he is gonna get his. He gonna get messed up. That's the thing. I'll say. Go watch the Alabama tape. What I want you to do is Ultra. Help me out. Don't go bringing up Joe Namath because we can pull those stats up. Give me an Alabama quarterback that has been successful in the NFL. Give me one. Well, he's Oklahoma.
I guess. I mean,
He got benched in Alabama. He got benched in Alabama.
But he won a championship at Alabama.
As a backup, does that count?
Not as a backup.
He didn't win it.
He didn't. Yes, he did.
2-1.
Clemson.
2-1.
He beat Clemson.
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
He beat Clemson with Derrick Henry, didn't he?
No.
With the Dreads, yes.
No.
He didn't win.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but Hurts did not win a national championship. No. This is what I deal with. 2-1. Thank you.
He didn't beat
Thank you.
Clemson.
Thank you. Exactly. Joe Namath. Now I love some Joe, most overrated quarterback in the NFL. His claim to fame is guaranteeing victory. He was terrible
in the NFL. That's
What
just
about,
he
Mac
should not be a
Jones?
Hall of Famer. Who? Mac Jones?
He's
Oh
solid.
my God!
He
Stinks.
really-
Stinks.
He made the playoffs his rookie year with a
Oh.
garbage receiving core.
Oh, get out of here! Alabama, the receivers that Bryce Young was thrown to are better in Alabama than they're going to be in Carolina. That team, he don't have all that. It's the same reason why you saw all these other quarterbacks. Mac Jones, they're not going to be successful.
But Bryce Young,
Kenny Dorsey, who I love Kenny Dorsey, you look at the numbers he threw up in Miami. You would have thought, now Kenny Stabler, you got me there, Ultra. I like Kenny Stabler. All right, that's the one. You got one. You got one in the whole history of Alabama. I got to give you love for that. I forgot about the snake. I did like it. Not a great quarterback, but he was a good quarterback, definitely. Yeah, Bama was down. They put Tua in and won. He couldn't get the job done and got benched.
I swear he
He
won
don't
one
count.
on Clemson.
No,
Or not. He beat Clemson. He didn't
No.
beat Clemson because
No.
they played twice.
look, they confirmed
know, but
everything.
I thought-
They
I thought
confirmed
he did.
everything.
I thought
It's
he
all
did.
been confirmed.
I thought him and Watson
It's all
played.
been no. The other dude won. The guy who was playing in the XFL with the good looking girlfriend. Yeah, whatever his name is.
Whatever.
So anyway, McCarron. But I was saying Dorsey. Any of my Miami fans, Dorsey, huge numbers, absolutely lit up college football. But he was also throwing to Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, Andre Johnson. That was his receiving core one year. I mean, when you got that, you talk about two Hall of Famers and Santana Moss, who was, maybe not have been a Hall of Famer, but he had an unbelievable, had a really good NFL career. So that's a kind of talent that sometimes these quarterbacks are thrown to. That's why when I was younger, you'd always think, well, why is a Miami guy? Why isn't this guy? That's why you see these quarterbacks from small schools. Like, hey man, I never heard of this guy. But I mean, they're one man show. I mean, they don't have all this talent around. That's why you see a lot of these other quarterbacks from not these big schools.
Russell Wilson's small, Kyler Murray's small, and they're solid quarterbacks.
No, but I mean, he's frail. I mean, Russell Wilson's. Yeah, I think he's frail.
About Kyler Murray?
Yeah, look at him. He's out. He don't even play.
He tore his I'm saying, but he had a good.
He did all right. He did all right. He did all right. We'll see. We'll see, my man Ultra.
So,
I didn't see Ultra. I didn't see Ultra accept the challenge though, unless it's a different Ultra. But wherever you're at, Ultra, I'll see you.
Bryce Young or CJ Stroud?
Stroud.
You're taking Stroud?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he's more NFL ready. I think he's more NFL.
Because they have
more upside.
Have Richardson above both of them.
Richardson's going to stink. Let's just be. He's going to stink. Jeff, who's a Colts fan, not happy about it. But they had to take a quarterback. You got to take a quarterback. So I get it. Yep. Forrest Gump did play there. I apologize. I apologize. He wasn't a quarterback though. That's different. He was a kick returner. That didn't count. There you go. And another confirmation. Troy's benched for a true freshman. Tua. I remember that game.
True freshman turned into a first.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But he's not. I mean, he hasn't been that good of a quarterback. So anyway, I don't know. All I know is heat is on. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? We got to get this thing wrapped up. The heat is on. We are talking Game 7.
Game 7.
We got a hat on the line. My man Mark, if he's still hanging with me, I've picked mine out because I'm that confident that we are going to handle this business. Yes. We've been setting everything up. We've been kind of feeding those Celtics fans in.
Let the Celtics fans get excited.
Let
them
excited.
think they're in the game.
Make sure. And we're going to slap them around. And Dallas Stars are going to pull off the miracle too. You guys make sure you're watching that. That's going to be on as well. You got to have 2 TVs going because Dallas Stars are going to get it done as well. So it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a lot of fun. And let's see, little Glenn Fry, man. Also, the heat is on. That's right. The heat is going to be on, and we are going to get this thing going. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Again, Jimmy D, thoughts are with his family. If you guys joined us late, his son was in a little bit of an auto accident. He's okay. Car's a little dinged up. Might be totaled. I don't know. I don't know if he's buying another car. Hopefully he has some money in the bank, but we'll see what happens. But no, all kidding aside,
I appreciate my boy stepping in. You know, he's going to watch the Heat game at his friend's house. If you guys missed it, he called me a jinx because we lost the 2 games and we watched it together.
Watch it with you.
No, I get it. I understand. I respect it because you know what happened? I'll tell one last story and then we'll bounce out. When this young man, you know, he's one of those generations, right? Dallas is losing. He gets it, I'm out of here, goes and plays some video games, quits on the team. Then the Cowboys make the comeback, and here he comes waltzing in to this cave thinking he's going to come sit down next to me and watch the game. I said, get your ass out of this cave. You're a jinx. If this team loses because you're sitting in here after we finally came back to take the lead, I'm going to get rid of you. You're going to be living on the streets. That's the way it works. That's how tough love works in this family. So anyway, he learned a valuable lesson. But again, I appreciate it. Make sure, hey, we're having a lot of fun, though. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, share. We're getting a lot of, the views are going up, the subscribers are going up. All that stuff is happening. So, again, I do appreciate all the support. We're having a lot of fun. We do it for fun. That's probably what I need to get is a Pinto. So, the Jags game is on him as well. He's a jinx. That's why I tell people I'm bringing him to Philly. I told him I'm bringing him to Philly. These eyes have never walked out of Philly disappointed. Never.
What about the Bucks game? Was I a jinx at the Bucks game?
No, you were okay there. You were never going to be allowed to go, but you did. I think we got the curse over with the Cowboys. I think you're all right there, but we'll see what happens. But make sure you guys hit the subscribe, like, share. We got some more interviews that we're working. It's just been, your boy's got to work a little bit, so we got to get things going. But Kelly and I will be back on Thursday. We're going to be talking Cowboys. Probably going to focus a lot on the defense this time. But and hopefully, Troy, if you're at the Eagles game, make sure you hit us up because we will be there. I never miss an Eagle game at AT&T. It's always a fun time. It's usually Sunday night, so it's there. But again, I do appreciate everything. And again, Cuts by Jones. Make sure you guys. Oh, there it is. Cuts by Jones. Make sure you support him. He sent me this awesome hat, so I'll be wearing it in the cave. So you guys take care. We will be seeing you. Go Heat.
Go Heat.
Go Heat. I want to make sure I can make a new video of an actual celebration of
Jimmy Jordan is going to take us to the promised
Jimmy
land.
Jordan going to get it done. I need to make sure it's Jimmy Jordan. I don't want that Jimmy Jordan I saw in the first 3 quarters. So we're going to get it done. You guys take care.
He's letting the fans get excited.
Right. I trust.
Making it look like a game.
I'm going to trust the boy. You guys take care. Have a great evening. Now you Eagles getting ready because you might not like it, but you will learn to love it because we are the best thing going today. Now can you